Hello! Time to look at some more Christmas movies. Today we're looking at the classic Christmas film, Home Alone, starring Macaulay Culkin, John Hurt, Catherine O'Hara, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, and Buzz. Let's not forget about Buzz. Eggnog, very good. So, what is the story? You know the story of Home Alone, and if you don't, then you're stupid. Anyway, the story goes, Kevin is left home alone when there is a power outage because some idiots were sawing a tree, and they hit the power lines and caused a power outage. And so Kevin gets left home alone because some stupid kid from next door come around and the stupid older sister counted him because he wasn't looking at them. And so they think he's there, although this would not happen because once they got to the airport and everyone got out of the... I know they're running late, but still, once everyone got out of the vehicle, they would notice Kevin is not there. I know they're in a hurry, but it's not that much. And even then, once they all got on the plane and they would realize Kevin wasn't there. This would not happen. You couldn't remake this film in 2020. There's too much technology that would prevent this from happening. You know, if cell phones were around, wouldn't happen. Anyway, being home alone isn't bad enough. We got two criminals, Harry and Mauve, who are the Wet Bandits, that's W-E-T, Wet Bandits. And they are scoping out houses, with the big score being the McAllister house, which is Kevin's house. So now Kevin must defend his home using paint cans and Christmas ornaments and cutouts of Michael Jordan so that they cannot rob his house. And I'm serious about the cutout to Michael Jordan. Yeah. Stand-ups, whatever you call those things. The big cardboard stand-ups. So, okay, so where do I start with this? This is one of my favorite Christmas movies. I watch it every year. I've watched it every year so much that I did not actually buy this movie until I think last year. And that's big. You know. So, couple things. So like I said, this wouldn't happen. No, you couldn't do it now. It wouldn't even happen back then. As in a hurry as they were, someone would notice something. They got like 15 kids there. 4 adults. Someone would have said something. By the way, Uncle Frank is an asshole. Alright? So, this whole thing starts like Kevin's ticket gets thrown in the trash because, okay, so this family is terrible. They're all running around. They're all screaming at each other. Everyone knows that Kevin gets his plain cheese pizza. Much like my brother before him, or after him, I should say. You know, my brother was like that. He liked plain cheese pizza, which is not a bad pizza, to be honest. I love a nice plain cheese once in a while myself. But I think when it's designated as Kevin's pizza, like, I have a big problem with Buzz. And I'll get into that in my review for the second film because that's so much worse. Like, so much worse than that film to me. But Buzz started this by eating the entire fucking cheese pizza. Pardon my French. The entire cheese pizza. And he started it. Kevin retaliates by pushing him. Yes, it knocked over the pop, but still. And then other stuff happened. And then Uncle Frank's like, look what you caused. And he's like, Him? Yes, Kevin pushed him, but if Buzz hadn't eaten the pizza, there's a starting point here. It's a chain reaction. If Buzz hadn't eaten the entire cheese pizza, Kevin wouldn't have pushed him. He wouldn't have hit the pop. It wouldn't have spilled. Nothing would have happened. Yet Kevin gets punished for his retaliation. I've been through this as an older sibling. Having siblings, I've been through this. Someone does something. My little brother, plenty of times, did something because I retaliated. I was the one who got in trouble for it, not him. No matter how much I tried to tell them, my parents, that he started it, they're like, oh, but you should have just come and told us and not deal with it yourself. I'm not that kind of person. I got to deal with it myself, you know? But then I still get in trouble. Like, say, he hits me in the nuts. If I hit him back, I'm the one that gets in trouble. Even though he hit me first. Let's, steer away from that. But, let's not hit anybody in the nuts. Let's make it a Christmas song. Don't hit the nuts, don't hit the nuts, don't hit the nuts, don't hit the nuts, don't hit him in the nuts or he'll fall down and he'll be big. Owie. Please don't do that. Okay, anyway. No, hit the nuts. Anyway, so, yeah. So, because of this, Kevin has to sleep way up in the attic. And that's how they forget about him. So, Buzz's room gets trashed at one point during the film. And then at the end of the film, they make a big deal. Like, Buzz makes a big deal. What did you do in my room? And I'm like, you know what? You deserve that. You totally deserve it. I just thought about this. I haven't read the second one yet. But Buzz causes the problem in both films that ends with Kevin getting in trouble. But the second film is way worse, and we'll get to that. But, so you got Joe Pesci at the beginning of this pretending to be a cop. And Kevin does end up recognizing him when he sees the gold tooth later. And so, these bumbling idiots try to break in the house. They believe a Michael Jordan cutout is people in the house. Some of the funniest stuff is when he's protecting the house. It is funny. The whole climax is pretty funny. Some of the stuff in the second one's funnier, but yes. There is a thing with the old man. Some people have said that the that the wound on his hand is an allegory for his relationship with his son. And I thought about this watching it. It makes sense. When Kevin first runs into him, he's got a bandage over it. It's very bloody. And throughout the film, as we see this man, it heals throughout. And by the end of the film, the old man is reunited with his son. They hug it out. And he waves at Kevin. And the wound is gone. That's a good theory. What's not a good theory is that Kevin will grow up to become Jigsaw. He's too young. A Jigsaw apprentice, maybe. But he's too young to be Jigsaw. This makes no sense. What else can I say about this film? The music, the Christmas music in this is pretty good. That na 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 na. The theme song is pretty good. This was written by John Hughes and directed by Chris Columbus. Two great filmmakers in their own right, and they did a pretty good job in this film. The acting is great. Catherine O'Hara's Kevin will forever be one of the funniest non-funny moments in film history. It's funny, but then it's not funny because that's when she's realizing she left her child at home. The cops are no help because they're idiots. They knock on the door because no one answered. They figured, no one there. This is how is he? 6, 7 years old? 7-year-old kid. He's at home alone. He's probably terrified. Police showing up at the house. How's that going to make things better? Okay. I just remembered. There's a couple more theories that I want to talk about here. One is that the bearded man standing behind Catherine O'Hara at the airport is Elvis. That's like actually the real Elvis Presley. No, that's stupid. But Gus Polinski, played by John Candy, there's a theory that he is actually the devil because, as Catherine O'Hara yells, "I would sell my soul to get home," or "I would do anything to get home," then that's when John Candy comes up and is like, hey, can we talk? Excuse us a minute. And then he convinces her to go with him, traveling in his Polka-mobile. But why was he at the airport then? See, there's some traction in this. If he was at the airport, why is he now driving with his polka band in a van? Why was he at the airport? It makes no sense. You know? And these are minor gripes, though. This film's a classic. I'm giving it a 10. It's absolutely... my medicine. Absolutely a fantastic film. I recommend it to everyone out there who wants a Christmas movie, wants to watch a Christmas movie and learn to speak English, by the way. Yes, I recommend it. I will be tackling the second film and also the third film. Because, unfortunately, I have a way to watch it. And I've made a deal with Big LT Radio that if he brings it over here, I will watch it. So, here's the hope and he forgets to bring it. No, I'm just kidding. I'll watch it. Until then, though, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.